Disney fans! Okay, so I'm here with Dia from Ori's Oasis,
Hey,
and it wouldn't be a hangout with us if we didn't run into technical difficulties.
of course.
It never fails. It never fails. But you know what? We always end up having a really good time, and it always goes exactly the way that it's supposed to. So I'm just gonna hand the reins over to Dia because this is her baby. This is Harvest Your Abundance, and I think that this is something that a lot of people need some advice on because I know that a lot of us are struggling and we're stuck in some old paradigms, and I know that Dia has some great advice on how to just get yourself kick-started and get out of that mode.
Okay, first I like to. I still can't find a link to even put it
Oh,
on
that's fine.
Facebook.
You can work on that night if you want. Now I'll talk for a minute. So, well, anybody who's joined, who joined up. First of all, originally they were getting like $20 off of the event, and then you're getting so many different things. I mean, we definitely wanted. I know I want to do another event like this because you really get a lot for your money. Dia offered 4 classes. Brave Hawk is doing, he's doing a crystal meditation. I offered you could either have a private video or you could have a reading live, which is going to be a blast because I haven't even kicked it up yet. So I'm just getting started. And we're going to be real. Like, I'm going to be real. Like, since I'm not, I'm going to be a little tougher than I usually am when I do readings because I think that, people they want to know, like they really want to know and they want to hear it, instead of people come to me because maybe other people kind of sugarcoat things a little bit. So and I think that we're just gonna have a really good fun time tonight, and this is also for a really, really good cause. And Dia, this is close to your heart, so you can explain why what inspired you to do it.
Well, originally I was automatically, and excuse me for not looking at the camera. I'm still trying to get the link to give to people.
Oh, sorry.
But it's fine. Originally I was going to do the classes anyway, but I was waiting until around this time to start the classes. And then what happened was my cousin came out to the family, and she finally, told us everything that was going on and what was happening. I knew that's what happened. It's on the channel. I got the link now.
Yay! All right. Yeah, guys, we want to make sure everybody gets on that needs to get on because we had to jump to my channel. And a lot of people don't know that much about Google+. Like, we always take it for granted that our clients and our viewers know a lot about Google+ and how it links to YouTube. And so we always forget that we kind of have to walk them through it. And so especially now that we had to jump to my channel, she's just going to put out a link to the other viewers to let them know where we're at, so that this way when they want to watch it later or if they want to watch it live, they can be here with us and or catch it later, which a lot of our peeps, it's a Friday night, so they are not at home.
Or they're home, they're probably knocked out by now as late as
they're not watching this, that's for sure. They got other things to do, so we just want to make sure that everybody knows where to go.
Yeah. So, okay. What happened was I already planned these events. Not this event. I already planned the classes to come out at this time, and then, my cousin came out to the family. Her and her husband came out to the family about what they've been going through. Now, in the family, of course, we knew that she wanted to have a child, but they wanted to have a child, but we really didn't know exactly what was going on or why they didn't have one yet. So they just recently came out and told us everything. And while they decided to raise money, I figured instead of just donating a little bit of money, I wanted to see how much money I could raise. So why not attach it on to this event? That way, everybody gets something. That was one of the main reasons for doing it. That's what I wanted, was everybody to be able to get something out of this, out of the thing, and also to be able to donate to her. So that's how this whole event came about and came together.
Well, I think it's just awesome because we're trying to get baby Clark into the world. So I think that's really awesome. I totally get it. you know, somebody who has 8 children, you know, I totally understand where you're coming from and wanting to have, you know, at least one, your own child, even if it's just one child, you know. So I
Yeah.
was all for it, and that's why I jumped on board, because I think it's just, you know, it's a great idea, and it's a good cause, and you're also getting, you know, like I said, bang for your buck. I'm on a Skype call. Yeah, I'm all for it, and I love doing readings for people anyway, and then to do it because it's going to help somebody else out. Absolutely, I'm totally there. So
Yeah, and like Gladys said, she was when I told her, I didn't even have to even finish telling her. She was like, "I'm for it. What we doing?
yeah, what are we
We're
doing?
doing this." And I was like, "Okay, let's go."
All right, let's do it right now.
Right, she was like, "Let's do it right now." She was like, "You want to push up the date? You want to push up the date?" And I'm like, "No, I have it timed during a specific season." But she's like, "Well, oh, we can do it right now. It's not a problem."
Yeah, I was just like, you know, people gonna want to wait, and she's like, and I was surprised because I had offered, you know, to everybody that they could either have it a month, like what, 3 weeks ago, they could have their readings, or they could wait, and almost everyone decided to wait, and I was just like, wow, you guys are patient. When I buy a reading, I want it done like ASAP, as soon as possible, same day if possible, you know. So I'm like, well, good for you. You guys have patience. I sure don't. So did you want me to go right into the readings, or did you want to talk about like some of the things that you know, that you were bringing up, like in some of the mini classes that everybody got?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm finally getting it to load up so I can post.
Oh, okay,
Take
sweet.
forever.
Yeah, and then I don't want to mess with it because I know that I can probably open up to questions, but I always get nervous touching anything on here because I'm like, I'm afraid it's gonna boot me out or something.
Oh,
Okay.
that probably makes sense. Well, on this thing is not showing a chat. Okay, that makes sense now.
Okay, well, I just tried to open the chat, and it's telling me this feature is disabled. So, of course, Google Plus drives me crazy. It's like, okay, it's disabled. Who disabled it? Okay.
I need to figure out what's going on with my settings that it did not come up. That made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm handling the link. Why don't you I can talk at the same time. Basically, with harvesting your abundance, what it was is that I get a lot of emails, and again, excuse me for not looking into the camera, but I get a lot of emails and a lot of text messages and things like that. Asking questions about money spells, abundance spells, just classes that they took from other people, and they think it's not working. And I'm telling them, well, it's not necessarily the class that you took. It's it's in all it deals with your mindset. So I try to figure out, well, what are the things that people are missing when dealing with with dealing with their own mindset and why this stuff is not working for them. And when I went and took these classes, be it however many years back or just ones now that I took just to meet more people, what is it that I was doing that I noticed that people were missing? And from that, I came up with with these 4 classes. Now, in the 4 classes, the major element of the 4 classes really is the first class, and I'm not going to give it out, but as the major element. And then the other 3 are not necessarily new, but it's broken down in a way that most people can now understand it a little better when they're using it.
right. So what I like is that, you put things in a way that takes out all that esoteric mumbo jumbo, and just make it in a way so that the everyday average person can just pick it up, 1, 2, 3. Nobody has time these days. Everybody's in a rush, and you just put it in a way that people get it, and they're like, oh, okay, all right, so that's what they're talking about, or so that's what it means. Beautiful. Now I know, and I can apply it. Instead of hearing the stuff that's just over your head. Sometimes you feel these gurus talking to you, and you're just like, I'm totally not getting what you're saying. But I think, Dia, you come across and people totally are like, okay, ding, 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 got it, light bulb moment.
Yeah, I try my best to do it that way because I've been to those classes, I've been to those meditations where everybody's sitting there and while the guru or the person that's leading the meditation is sitting there, in the middle of the meditation, got everybody meditation, and we're sitting there like, you getting this? I ain't getting shit. You getting this? I ain't getting nothing. And a lot of times the terms used, are so, they mystify so many simple terms that we're missing it, and we're thinking that spirituality is separate from our everyday life when it's really not. You know, if the outer reflects the inner, or if it's as above, so below, then obviously whatever it is spiritual cannot be that hard to that we cannot apply it. We have to be already being applying it. So what are we missing that we're not consciously noticing that we're already applying it? So, you know, with that, I saw where certain things were being missed at, and I saw where certain concepts are actually so simple when you truly understand them that it's going over most people's heads because of the language used. And, you know, that's one thing why I totally did a whole rebranding, you know, because that's one of the, like I said, one of the main things I get as far as emails and stuff like that. So I totally did rebranding for that, so that now, you know, everything is about making spirituality practical. We're not missing the point. We're not, you know, stuff is not going over our heads. We can practically use it. We don't think that our mundane life, as most people call it, is separate from our spiritual life. I wanted to keep it, you know, short and together and to the point, so you can get it done fast, and it's not that deep. Honestly, it's really not as deep as most people make it. It can be beautiful. It can be nice. You could do beautiful meditations once you get the point. But as far as understanding, is really quite.
Right. You have to know it first before you can start doing all of that. Like, you have to know, you have to understand the concepts. If you don't understand the concepts, then doing everything else doesn't matter. And the other thing that I think people, you know, we do have to learn to, you know, to balance out the spiritual part with everyday life. And then even like in the ascension process that, you know, Marion and I are trying to do what you're saying, as above, so below. We have these, I can't even tell you the most amazing things that are happening to us as above. And it's like, how come we're so amazing as healers, and we're so amazing as astral travelers and astral projection. We're doing all these amazing things, and we can't bring it down to the regular, every single day stuff. So I'm totally with you on that one. So I'm ready. Can I do I'm going to start with the first reading. Is that cool?
Yeah, well, before you start the first one, I want to explain one thing for those watching, because there is a candle ceremony that goes with this event. Because the altar that I use, I like to use a specific altar for abundance, and I incorporate feng shui and things like that into my rituals and my work. The altar is in another room, but that room, the lighting in that room sucks. So that's the reason why we're doing a hangout in here. But there was a video sent out to everybody who's in the event, showing the actual candle, showing the actual altar, and the explanations of that altar. That I'm keeping. I'm not going to make that a public video. I'm keeping that private for the people in the event. If they want to share it with their friends, that's fine. But it's going to stay unlisted and private towards people in the event. But the things that's on the altar, if they want to talk about it, anybody watches that's in the event, you're more than welcome to. I'm just leaving that part up to y'all. But there is a whole candle ceremony that's already going, that's already been lit. It's been charging. Once the person signed up for the event, I started charging that candle right then and there, and, you know, charging, well, the altar has already been charged. It's the one I use all the time. And I just wanted to explain that part of the ceremony.
She showed me the pictures, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't. I would just be, if it was my candle, like, I'm a huge candle, person, and if it was me, I would just be like, okay, I love that. You know, I'm just gonna get my own private little video about the ceremony. You know, about the ceremony. To me, it's a ceremony, and so I think that's a great perk of having signed up. I think it's really awesome. So I'm going to start with client number 1. So I'm going to go number 1 like this, so that what I want to do, so that this way if people want to fast forward to just their readings, I'm just going to put up my fingers as to, now I'm confusing it. Okay, 1. So if you want to fast forward to their number, then this way, you know, they can just look for it and scroll through the bottom and see who they are, because not everybody's going to want to listen to everybody else's readings, although, you know, Marion and I talk about this all the time. There's a message for everyone, and almost everybody else's messages you can relate. So, you know, if you do want to take the time to listen to everybody else's messages, you're totally gonna be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, you know, because we're all in the same group. And so more than likely what will happen is a theme is going to pop up. And that's what happens every time I do a hangout. There's a common theme. And so we'll see what it is for tonight. So I'm just
while you're doing that, the common theme for the financial readings, there were a lot of people who had a lot of things in Virgo, and I was surprised. it was like a common theme there with that particular sign. So I was really surprised at that. No, but normally when you do a group setting, it's always the people's energy seems to be kind of the same. It's a common theme through it all.
Absolutely, and it's crazy, crazy how the universe works like that. I mean, really, can you imagine like all the things that have to happen in the background for everybody's stuff who signed up from YouTube and Facebook to have everything in Virgo? I mean, come on, really, that's like extraordinary. So, all right, so this is for number one, and man, I got three major arcana, so just absolutely amazing. And when I see three major arcana come out, that means that first of all, spiritually, like you're really getting it, like you're really coming into your own, and you can either like it's right there for you to take, so you can either embrace it and really get yourself higher and move upwards, and you know, work on your spirituality and skyrocket, right, like just really really fast, or you can just keep doing what you're doing. So the first one that I get is the Emperor, and it's my man Archangel Michael. This is, oh God, I love him so much. He is my man, and everybody says that, but he is today. He is at this moment. He's mine. And it says organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So what this means is that you really got to get it together. You really got to make sure that you're crossing your I's, you're dotting your T's, you know, that you are, if you say that you're going to do something, that you follow up and that you do it. And, you know, there may be some things that, you know, maybe you are a very structured person and you're kind of like, you know, you're getting wrapped up in other things. And so you're letting, like maybe you're letting your paperwork file, your little file, like everybody has a little paperwork pile, and maybe you're not going through it the way that you should, like you would have aced it by now, little things like that. And so they're just saying, you know what, make sure you stay on top of these things, okay? Then we got the number 5 card, okay, which is this is the deeply spiritual card, and it's hard to see, but these are symbols of all the major religions. And so what they're saying is make sure you go back to your spirituality, whatever your roots are. That's where your foundation is. That's where your faith is. That's what's going to get you going through tough times. So let's say you grew up a Catholic, and then, you know, you were just like, oh, you know, as you grew up, you were like, gosh, that got, you know, that they shoved that, you know, down my throat for so long. But you know what? Everything that you know, every religion has something that's good about it. So they're just saying, you know what, don't forget where you came from. Go back to your roots. Take what's the best of it and start building your spirituality, and have people around you that are like you. So if you're happy, if you're outgoing, if you have high vibrations, then you have people like that around you, because listen, life is too short to have people around you that don't make you happy, or that, you know, every time you're around them, they're trying to they're just like having a black cloud around you. And so they're just saying that make sure that, you know, that if you're Southern Baptist, let's say, that, you know, you hang out with people who you know, have your same base as you do, okay? Then, my gosh, we have the major arcana, number 14, Archangel Zadkiel. And this is all about balance. This is making sure you're balanced. And for me, I feel that you might be a little out of balance, and that's why, you know, you're usually very organized. And right now, you're kind of letting things go, and it's probably kind of getting on your nerves a little bit. And so they're just saying, okay, find that balance again. You can do it. You've done it before. And it says, don't give up. Protect that which you have created. Have courage and believe in yourself. And I love this card because it's one of the only black girls in the deck. So, woohoo! 9 of fire. Go on, girl. Go on, girl.
That's a pretty one.
So, anyway, so it's time to just get back on, you know, get back in charge, and to just start cleaning up stuff and reorganizing yourself and getting back in the game. Okay, girl, do you want to add anything, or you want to?
I mean, you just hit it right on the nail as far as going back into your past and healing from that stuff. Like I got the same. I almost think I know who you talk about. So I got the same thing kind of came up as far as, you know, their financial any chart is really basically blocked because of what they were told about money and things like that in abundance as a child, and they need to go back in and I would say, honestly say, re-study those things from a different angle. Because now during the pagan path, looking at looking at it again will probably give you a different perspective on those things that's said. And I can say that personally for my life, even though I never actually got rid of the Bible in my life, I can say that studying all different paths helps me to look at the scriptures from different angles, from different points of view.
Oh, sorry, just getting another deck. But it's true, is that, you know, we have, and it's hard. I mean, you know, we've been taught certain things, and it's hard to, you know, to get those things, you know, that our value is in money, and that, you know, if you don't make money, then you don't have value. I mean, we just grow up with a lot of, you know, things as children, and so that a lot of that stuff we have to unprogram ourselves from. And I'm not saying it's easy. I know it's not easy, but, you know, at least you know logically where to start when you want to start creating balance, you know, abundance, prosperity in your life. And it has to be from breaking some of these old paradigms that we have on what is money, what is prosperity, what is abundance.
Now, while you're getting yourself ready for the next reading, we do actually have giveaways that are going. So I'm going to let out the first giveaway. The first giveaway is that these classes actually revolve around a book that I am almost finished writing. I'm not totally finished. I went back and redid it because I wanted to make sure I'm giving you the best of me. You know, I like to work with integrity, and plus I'm a control freak, and I'm a perfectionist. So I want to make sure that you're at least getting the best of me. So with that being said, everybody who are in the event, once the book is finished, you will get the PDF version of the book, and then one lucky person, which I'm about to pull right now, will actually get the printed version when it's done. So I don't have any names. The numbers are corresponding to the numbers Glamour uses for reading. So whichever number I pull out, you will find out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
You will be emailed, because Glammy has the names. I don't have the names. You will be emailed. I have number 2, wherever number 2 is. You will be emailed. Number 2, you won the
awesome. That's
great copy of my book.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that over here, and there's actually 2 more giveaways that we're having too.
Oh, so, girl, I know, and I want one of them. I want to be a viewer. I want to be a client. Okay, so I wrote that down. All right, so now this next person is actually somebody that I've worked with before, and I love to do that because it makes it so much easier to tap into them and to do a reading. Okay, can you see me still, or because I'm like freezing up on the screen?
I can see you. I don't know if they can. Let me go to the other screen and see if they can see you. I can see you.
Cool. As long as you can hear me, then. All right. Yeah. So she knows who she is, and so I'm like woohoo! And girl, let me tell you, you just put up a profile picture on Facebook. You are pretty. I was like, oh my gosh, this girl's pretty. So, all right, so this is number 2, and okay, so client number 2, and I already sent out everybody's emails, and everybody knows who they are. So if you don't know who you are, just email me. I'll let you know where you are on the queue. Okay, so really, really perfect. I love this. We're starting out powerful. Third eye chakra.
Ooh, nice.
You know, we got the purple going on here. I absolutely love it. And basically they're saying simply love. So you are working with your third eye chakra and you're opening it up. This is what I feel like. You're breathing in love. And as you're breathing in love, you breathe it in through your third eye chakra, bring it down to your heart, and then come out. And so you're connecting your third eye chakra with your heart chakra. And I know this is going to make total sense to you. And I love that this boy here, he has a book. And, you know, to me, this is like, this could be the Akashics, but this could also be about going back to school and finishing something, or continuing education, or even just doing something fun that, you know, maybe you just liked photography when you were growing up and you never actually took a course. So I just feel like it's something related, you know, like something along those lines. And then I got awaiting results, which is a great card. To me, this is the like I believe the 7 of Earth. So it's planting seeds now, so that, which is exactly what Dia was talking about, right? this is harvesting your abundance. So you're planting your seeds now so that by the time the springtime comes, you have all the results of these things. And I feel like, we've worked with you before, and I feel like you are just, oh my gosh, I feel like you are just going to totally start blossoming by like February, March. Like things are just going to be, you're going to look back and you're going to go, oh my gosh, like I can't believe how far I've gone in just 5 or 6 months. Like I'm in a totally different space. So I don't know, I think that's going to be really, really awesome. And then again, we have the two, this time it's a couple. So I don't know, girl. We got a guy and a girl, and it's basically just saying coming together, but they're holding, if you can see here, it's a heart, which is really, really awesome. And so I don't know, that maybe in like around that time, March, April, maybe you'll be meeting somebody. Because like I said, this is a couple, and what I like is that they seem so completely balanced, like they're completely balancing each other out. So that'll definitely be something to look forward to, because I got to share the love cards, so something is definitely going on there.
We're still having technical difficulties. I'm getting inbox now. No one can see us. No one. It keeps saying starting soon, and when you press play, it's not doing anything.
Oh my gosh.
On our side, it's showing that we're live though.
Yeah, on my side is definitely showing that we're live. So what I'm going to do is, because what happened the last time is I didn't think it was recording, and it did record. So okay. I think we'll just keep on going like it's recording, and if not, what I'll do is I will send everybody out private videos. So if it doesn't record, then everybody will get a private video for their reading. And so no matter what, everybody's covered. I'm trying to see, did you see, why don't you ask Marion, text Marion and see if she's able to see us? Because that, maybe that'll help, because I don't have my phone with me. But I do let...
From 1 to 3 people say they can't see us.
Wow, that is insane.
I'm about to text her down and see. She seems to have like the lucky internet tonight. What is going on?
Oh, I just lost you. Oh, there you go. Oh. Okay, popped out. Let me pop back in.
Marianne seems to be having luck with the internet tonight. No one else.
Can she see us?
I'm texting her right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, because if not, then, I'm hoping that it's going to record. I don't want to go through all this and then it not record, but that's all good.
Well, it says live, so I'm assuming they'll have to record.
Yeah, I hope so, because if not, we'll just have to do it all over again. But I'm gonna act like it's recording. So lucky number 2, my gosh, I can't believe it. You got a printed copy of her book. You lucky brat. But you deserve it, because you're always following me, and I'm really, really happy. So that worked out beautifully and perfectly. And I just feel like, you're really coming into your own. I feel like you may be leaving like some stuff behind, and you're not completely out of it, but you're doing like a lot of work to get where you need to be, and it's really going to start paying off for you big time in a couple of months, okay? All right, so I'm going to wrap up. That's it for number 2.
Marianne can't see us either, but we'll just keep going in case it is.
Okay.
If not, we'll figure out something.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, at least, okay. So now, for number 3, oh, this is really freezing up. I don't know what's going on. Let me make sure that I am on my personal internet here, because sometimes I get on the Xfinity hotspot for some strange reason. Can you see me, dear?
Wait a minute, let me look. I was texting.
Okay, all right, no, okay. As long as you can hear me, so we're all good.
It's saying that we're live. That's weird.
That is weird. I mean, I'm glad you see it on your side, because I would think I was absolutely out of my freaking mind. Yeah, you know what? I should have noticed that it says no viewers on here. Uh-oh. Are you there?
Somebody on the actual video actually liked this. They already thumbed up the video, so I thought you could see it. But I'm sitting here trying to click play on my other computer, and I can't even click play either. But just in case it's recording, keep going, and I'll just edit out this part.
Okay. All right. Cool, cool. Well, you don't even have to. I mean, they'll just forward past it. I don't want you to kill yourself. Okay. So anyway, client number 3, well, I think I can say her name because she thought she was going to be part of the hangout anyway. Her name is Maria Dominguez, and what's great about her is I actually got to meet her, which was so, so awesome, and we did a video together on egg cleansings because that's what she does. And I had done a video about a little over a year ago. No, I had wanted to do one when I was part of Global Witches, and, you know, I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Show myself, you know, like, you know, yeah,
yeah, it look a little crazy.
Yeah, I don't look crazy. Like, oh, this is how I, you know, do a cleanse. This is how you do a cleansing, you know. And I was like, oh, you know, that's not cool. So, and I had done them for myself, but it's always nice to get somebody else to do it. And she did my cleansing, and she broke it down, and she told me like what the different things mean in the egg. You crack it open, and you read the egg. And so it's interesting because what she told me is, when she does long distance egg healing, she gets a picture of that person so that she can, read their energy, look at the picture, see what's there. But she also does the Silva method, which is working in a certain it's working with the alpha and the beta waves, Oh, I was like, oh my gosh, girl, that's so modern. I'm like, all right, cool, you go, girl. But I know that she's really reasonable. I think the egg clearing and the egg cleansing, which I highly recommend, especially if you do readings or you do any kind of spiritual work, if you work in a hospital, if you work in like a funeral home, like any of those types of things, it's something that you should do regularly. And I think she only charges like $25, and she is AztecaSoulHealers.com. And if you want to know, you can always just contact me. So I'm just gonna do a quickie. Oh, a quickie, that didn't sound good. All right, I'm just gonna do a quick reading for her because I've done readings for her. So. But I was just like, I had to do a shout out for her. We're gonna do a lot. We're gonna get together, and I already decided what I wanted to see if we can call it 3 Witches and a Broom. We're gonna get together and do it like she's gonna open up her home, and we're invited about 20 people. And we're going to do readings. There's going to be 3 witches, and we're going to be doing our thing. 2 of us are going to do readings, and she's going to be doing the cleansings and the clearings, and she also makes her own herbs and things. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think this is totally going to make sense to you. Number 4, joy and stability. I know you just got a home, and every time I see you guys, you're going out, you're doing something fun, and I just love the brightness of that card in the middle there. Just absolutely amazing. So, it totally makes sense to me. I mean, I met your girls. I mean, they're just absolutely amazing. Okay, so then we get I just had it and I went, okay, here we go. Okay, so I dropped it. Take the lead, which I think you've really, really been doing that. I mean, my gosh, you telling me the ideas that you've been telling me that I'm just like, yes, you go for it, girl. Like, she wants to be able to, like a lot of us, to take our full-time job and, eventually either make it part-time or just not have to work it anymore and just work on our spiritual stuff and have that create an income for us full-time. And that's hard for us as light workers, which is why Harvest Your Abundance is such a great idea, because we need that. We really, really do as light workers, because we're taught different things about, like, oh, you shouldn't accept money for, what you do, and, I'm not even going to go there, but.
I'm glad you brought it up, because the thing is, they'll tell us, oh, you shouldn't accept money for what you do. But when you understand energy, every energy has to be exchanged. So if you're doing work for somebody, something is supposed to come back to you. And, when you sit there and say, oh, well, give me whatever you can on the back end, spiritually, that put that person in debt to you.
Yeah, right.
Spiritually is leaving it spiritually open, where you maybe try to do a ritual for yourself and you don't know where the extra energy came from. You might be draining this other person because you didn't finish that contract up front. That's one of the reasons why when you get down to a practical level, just understand the energy, why people charge for their services. It is spiritual work. It does take a lot of energy, and energy has to be transferred. And when you understand spiritual contracts, if you was to go to the bank, you would not say, I want $100, and then just leave it open for them to say whatever they're going to take back or make up whatever interest without signing some type of paper. It's the same exact thing. You know, you wouldn't buy a house without signing some type of contracts. Well, that money is the contract saying this is the energy you're willing to give us, or this is the energy that we're saying we need in order to do this service. And then on the back end, spiritually, you do not owe no more, or we cannot accidentally tap into your energy any more than what you have already gave, because that contract was there, it's been signed, and the energy is flowing. That's one of the reasons why we charge. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I totally, I agree. I understand where that came from, because as a teacher who's teaching an acolyte or a student, yeah, I get that. But that was a different time, and those are different circumstances. We're not up in the mountain anymore. This is a totally different day, and it's just, for us, this is what we do. This is our job, and you wouldn't tell the plumber who comes to your house to take care of your sink or whatever, oh, I hope you don't charge. Yeah, it's not going to happen. So that's my opinion anyway. Okay, so then just one more card is the crown chakra, which makes a lot of sense to me. That I know that you're super witchy, but I think like a lot of us, you're starting to work on a different level. And so I think that, I think that you're going to start really becoming aware of that. Like that's really going to start coming to the forefront for you. So, just working on the ascension and working on other things besides just, like what we do with the witchy thing. It's kind of a weird combination, but we do it. So, all right, cool. Let me see if I want to use a different deck for... All right, for number 4. So let me see. I'm afraid to touch anything on here, but I'm like, I can't see you. I don't know what I think. Yeah, I hear you. I'm afraid, like, where are you? Let's see if I can go on this page. Yeah, I don't want to bump us out, and just in case it is recording. Is it still saying live on your end?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so we'll just keep it that way. Oh, so I like this card. Okay, so this is for client number 4, and I like this. This is Prosperity Begins. I mean, it's how perfect is that for what we're doing for the event for today? So what I love again about this card is there's a little peach pit right here, right? And then the tree starts to grow from the seedling, and you see all these peaches, and it's pretty self-evident. You plant the seeds now, and it's just like a harvest. Within a couple of months, again, January, February, March, you start to see your abundance start coming in. And nobody ever wants to hear about waiting, but that's just that's what you have to do. Spirit is the boss, and we're not the boss. We just got to do what Spirit has planned for us. And we can try to work our way around it, but we have to do the work. You don't do the work, you're not going to get the prosperity. You're not going to get the abundance. Wow. Oh, my God. Number 4. Dang. You're really blowing up there, girl. Nice. Fertility. And I love, okay, again, she's got the heart chakra going here. She has these two circles here. And her hair is just like, it's up in the air from all the energy that she's working. And that right here, like kind of in between the heart and the solar plexus chakra, she's got this green glowing light. And I love that this is also the number 3 card, and there's these little leaves of like from spring. So I really feel like by springtime, you're just going to, maybe you might be getting a new job, you might be getting a bonus. Also I know it's tax time, so you may want to plan something specific to do with that money, put it into something, some kind of investment, make it work for you, So I don't know, I just see amazing things. I'm like, whew, prosperity, fertility, wow. Again, okay, so it's the waiting game. Again, we have to wait for, and there's, again, right here are the roots, and then here's the freaking leaves again, where it's growing. So absolutely awesome, and they're just saying, you know what, and the concentric circles again, but there's a lot more this time than there was in the first time. So it's the shape of an hourglass, and it's just saying, you know what, divine timing. You just have to wait for the right timing, and then everything will fall into place. And I know nobody ever wants to hear that, but that's just the way it is.
Okay, so right now to give you a little bit of break, we're going to go to our next giveaway. So I already did the big giveaway already, and whoever number two is, you will get the printed file out, and everybody else, you still get it. You get the PDF file once it's done. But the next giveaway, of course, has to be my children's book. My publisher decided to donate one of my children's books that are now currently out on Amazon. So these are the titles, if y'all can see them, of all the different children's books. I already know which one Glammy loves. Glammy already loves this one.
Of course.
But these are the titles of the 3 different children's books, and the winner gets to pick one of them, and it will be mailed to them. So let's see who the winner of that is. Now, number 2, you already won a prize, so you cannot go back in the bowl.
Right.
So let's just play. Let's see what it says. Whoever number 1 is, that's weird. This is going in order. Whoever number 1 is, you won a children's book.
Okay, cool.
So you will be inbox, and you get to pick from one of those 3 titles. Let me write down the back of here because I don't know anybody's name.
Yeah, it stays fair that way.
Yeah.
And then the first one, what did they win?
They won one of my children's books. They get to pick one of the 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you can either keep it, you can give it away as a present, donate to a library, but that you want. Now, if you do not want the children's book, if you have no children to give it to, no one to read to, you can trade it in for a reading.
Oh, I like that. I was thinking about that too, so I'm glad you got that covered. Very good.
So just in case, because I know Glammy deals with a lot of older people, while I tend to attract people who have younger children. I think number 1 is one of your people. So in case you do not want one of the books, don't have nobody to give it to, Christmas present, whatever, you can trade it in for one of the readings on my channel.
Nice. I'm glad you thought of that because I was thinking that and I didn't want to say anything. I was like, oh, I won't say anything, but, you know, sometimes you have those people who don't have kids and they really don't know anybody, who, you know, really, because nobody, you know, like, you pretty much work in the same groups, you know, people are always, you know, in the same, your friends are pretty much in the same boat you are in, and so I was like, if that person doesn't have any kids. So that's awesome. I'm glad.
I will say this, though. The value of the book is actually less than the value of my readings. The highest book is $17.99, but my readings start at $20, $30, $35, $45.
Yeah, totally.
They're actually about to go up again because I've been noticed the more energy I've been putting in the time to do the meditations, I'm adding more to it. So if you totally want the reading, that's totally up to y'all. You can just get the reading instead of the book. That's fine.
That's what I don't know. That's a tough call. All right. So okay, so now we're on number 5. I did number 4, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Woo. Okay, so number 5, very interesting. 5. We have the Karma card. And so what I love about this card is that this is a lunar eclipse. Or is it a solar eclipse? It looks like a lunar eclipse. I know it's an eclipse.
It looks like a hand.
Yeah, and then it's 3, and it's a family. It's a mother, a father, and a child, and then they have a circle that's down on the ground. And so it's made out of stones. And so they're celebrating the eclipse and the power that comes from that. And I do know that we are coming up on a lunar eclipse. So you may want to set intentions. If you're witchy, you may want to do your candle work on that night. But it's going to be a really, really, really powerful time for you. I love this because this is the Roman numerals 10 times 10, so it's 10 plus 10, which is 20. So, which is basically comes down to the number 2, which is about partnerships and pairings and that kind of thing. So this is a very, very powerful, and I think that's next week. Okay, beautiful. We got the 3 of Pentacles, and this is the person who's, they're burning the candle, they're working hard, they got their little familiar in the background, he's categorizing, and he's, basically he's the student, and he's trying to become a master, and he's also, he's also experimenting. So I feel like this is all about moving upwards, you know. Like you want to just, you don't want to just stay where you're at, and I don't think that you should. I think that you should kind of start trying to feel like, okay, you know what, I'm going to do what it takes. Do I need to get more education? Do I need to get more credits? Do I need to get more schooling? Do I need to specialize in something? And you know, just keep doing what you're doing. And I feel like, you know, you just fight the fight. You know, I know it's not easy to do these things you know, when we're already working full time or when we have children, but you know what, it's going to pay off for you in the end. And then we have the Knight of Wands, which is, you know, he's ready to go. Like, he's on his horse, he's ready to charge forward. And this is about fire and passion, the Knight of Wands. And so this is like, it's all right, get your gear on. Like, get your gear on and get ready to go, because you know, you don't get these messages unless you're ready. Sometimes people, you know, they don't want to move forward. They just want to keep doing what they're doing, and that's fine. But what they're telling you is that if you want to move forward, that opportunity is available to you. So, yeah, that's a good one. And this is the Witch's Tarot. If anybody, I love this. I love this tarot. It's one of the very few that I resonate with.
I'm probably going to ask you who the numbers are afterwards, because it seems like the numbers are matching your energy charts.
Oh, great. That would be really interesting.
Yeah, I'm like,
interesting.
I'm looking like, maybe it's this energy chart, because it sounds like it goes with this one.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, that'll be fun to do comparisons and see who's who at the end. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're on number 6. Hope to God that this is recording. Okay, so let's see what we have. And this is the Witch's. I love this deck so much. Oh my gosh. When I first got it, I was afraid of it, and then I just started working with it and working with it and working with it. Okay, so here we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about having the perfect family life. I don't think that you have the perfect family life, but I think that's your biggest goal. I think that's really, really important to you. You know, there's a baby here, and the grandpa's, you know, teaching the baby magic, showing him a little spark of magic, and the parents are in the background, and then you got the golden retriever, which is, you know, the best family dog that you can have. And it's really about having everything that you want. And so I feel like that's really important to you, having that you know, the house with the picket fence, and just having your family together, I think, is really important. And so the next card that I get with that is that, yeah, you may not be exactly where you want to be with that, but again, everybody's getting the planting the seeds. I love it. This is the 7 of Pentacles. Again, this is about having, you know, he's waiting here for these things to fall off, so that, you know, because they're ready, they're ripe, they're ready, they're good to go. And he's also been digging and planting some more seeds. And so basically, you're sowing now what you want. You're preparing this earth for what you want. And this is a good time, again, also for setting intentions, saying what you want, putting it out there, and then following whatever it is that Dia, you know, told you to. Again, we have the 10 of Wands. I love this. First of all, that design on the back of his cape is absolutely beautiful. And he's heading home. You know, he went on this big journey, and he collected, you know, a staff for each point of his journey, and he's coming home successful. And the castle is in the background. This beautiful castle belongs to him. And again, this is about what you want. You want that family life. You want that, so, you know, that solid foundation. And you're going to get it. You're just going to have to work at it, like, you know, we all do. We all got, you know, we all have our little, you know, our little homework assignments. And if you want to get to point D, you have to go through A, B, and C. There's no direct line where you just get to, you know, pass. You know, you get an express. No, it doesn't happen that way. Wow. Yeah. And we got the Ace of Pentacles, which it doesn't get any better than that. You know, that's about abundance, prosperity, in a very earthy way. So very, very nice. You know, we're really pulling some nice cards for everybody.
Ah, I see.
I'm telling you. All right, so this one, okay, yes, this one she absolutely knew. She was like, I want it live. I was like, okay, cool. So I don't know. Well, hopefully you'll be getting it. You'll be getting it. Yeah, you'll have to either watch it on here, or I'll just have to send you a private video, which is always kind of neat too. You know, because then you can just go back to it anytime that you want. So.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about where you are, you know, like, oh, am I at 35 minutes? Am I at 40 minutes? Okay, so.
That's always nice. So when you do the private ones, you tend to be a little bit longer anyway, so that's kind of like a bonus in case this
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
totally.
work.
Yeah. Okay, so now this is the shadow card, and this is about kind of thinking that there's things to be worried about. You know, and letting that kind of take over sometimes. And they're just saying, you know what, all you have to do is shine a light on that. You know, that's somebody who's walking in and they're just freaking out, and they're like, you know what, don't freak out. That's just somebody who, if you shine a light on the situation, if you shine a light on who that is, you'll know who it is, and you don't have to be frightened. You don't have to be afraid, you know. So they're just saying, don't think that, you know, like things are just way, you know, like, you know, and don't think like too negatively.
Don't assume the worst.
Yeah, don't assume the worst. This is about staying up at night and not being able to sleep, you know, being worried, being concerned. And you know what? You are not going to manifest a single thing coming from that place. You have to, you know, and I'm sure that I haven't watched all of her classes, but I'm sure that she talks about this. It's very important where your frame of mind is when you want things in your life. You know, if you're coming from a place of fear, you're just gonna bring negative things into your life. If you're coming from a firm foundation where you say, you know what, I'm clear-headed, I'm confident, you know, it is a totally different energy of what you're going to bring in. And if you come at it from that direction, if you shine the light on those things that you're afraid of and let the light just clear away those fears and kind of conquer that, then you get the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is that, you know, he's waiting for his ship to come in. Literally, his ship is right there, and it has sailed in. And he has two wands behind him that are supporting him, that are protecting him, and he's looking out toward the future. And the future looks great, and the waters are nice and calm, and you know he's ready to travel. Like he's ready to get his just desserts because he planted all those seeds, and now he's finally getting to a place where it's gonna bloom and it's gonna open up for him. And then we have the Emperor. I love that the Ankh is on here. Oh my gosh, I love the Ankh so much. And you know, here's the Emperor. He's watching. You know, he's in his gear, so he's ready to fight. Like he's ready to go if he has to. But you know, his sword is not what's in his hand. It's his staff. So he's gonna try to handle things, you know, without sword. Yeah, he's going to try to handle things with logic, and you know, and instead of trying to fight. And but don't think for a second that he won't go and grab the sword if he doesn't have to. And I feel like this is how you have to be. This is the frame of mind that you have to be in. And I love that he has this. I don't know. This chair that he's on is amazing, but he's just looking out to the future. And he's looking out beyond the children, making sure that there's nothing that's not you know, he's protecting them. So, and I just feel like this is about you taking control, like you being in the driver's seat and taking control of everything and getting rid of these fears that are holding you back. All right, well, I don't know. Very good cards. I think they relate to everybody. I think they're relatable for everybody. So that was number 7.
Moving right along with them. Woohoo!
Yeah, I think we got everybody.
You got everybody?
Yeah, we got everybody. We're done.
And it's only 12:30? Wow, we started late.
Girl, I work fast.
That is great. Okay, well, yeah, and we both talk fast. So the last, just in case it is recording, the last giveaway is this, I'm about to say clear quartz. Is a citrine keychain. Now, this is not this is the one that Glammy wants. This is the, you know what, Glammy, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this one, boo. I'm gonna just go ahead and send you this one. I'm gonna put it on the this one though hasn't been charging as long as the other one, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the altar and charge
Yeah,
it with
yeah.
it.
There's no time. Put it up there with all the candles, all the good juju. Just
Yeah.
get it all charged up. It's no, yeah, that's all
Now,
right.
speaking of, because I remember I was telling you about this one before. I have the other one. Would you prefer that one, your favorite stone, or do you want the citrine?
Oh, I don't know. I can't see you. All right. Well, I have too much amethyst. Citrine.
Okay. Okay. Now, the person who won this citrine has been. You can use it for whatever you want. One of the things that I have been using this for is a pendulum. Hopefully, y'all can see this. And as you can see, it moves on its own.
Oh, that's cool.
And I have been using these as a pendulum. What happened was there was a lady who went to a store, and because the keychains were not that bright, shiny silver a little more, they were starting to turn just a little bit. The lady wanted to get rid of them, so she got these keychains dirt cheap. And what happened is she's starting her own coven. So what she did was she gave me the keychains and asked me to charge them. I have no idea why she picked me. Don't ask me that. I don't know. Because I with the magic part, I don't put myself out there like that, and she's not in state where I can see her face to face.
Wow.
So yeah, so with that, she asked, can she send me these keychains, and can I charge her for her? And she paid me for it, and I'll send them back because she said she wanted to start her own coven. So I said, well, sure, if you want to trust me with charging them, hey, yeah, of course. And she was
Wow.
like,
That's
she would
crazy.
watch my videos for a while, and she would like for me, she feels as though I really know what I'm doing, she would like for me to charge them. So
Wow.
what happened was she had a whole bunch of them. So she told me out of them to pick a certain amount that I wanted to keep for myself for whatever I'm doing. And she let me pick some of the amethyst, and she let me pick some of the citrine. So what I did was I took one of the citrine and said, well, I'm going to go ahead and put this in a giveaway. And I'm going to give one away, and I'm going to have it charging on the altar. So one of these are charging on the altar. This is not the one, but I have another one that's on the altar that's charging, and we're going to find out who wins that one right now. Put that one down. Let me put this to the side if I put it back, since you want this one.
Okay.
I'll put that on. Oh, matter of fact, while we're waiting, Chris, can you come here, please? And let's see. In the jar again, show the jar so y'all can see that there really is a jar. That's just, and all of the papers are just folded up. So let's go with this one. Can you just put this on the other altar, please? Thank you. And this is number 6.
Okay.
Whoever number 6 is.
Okay, cool.
Number right there, the keychain insurance. Now, again, you can take the crystal off of the keychain, do whatever you want. You can use it as a pendulum. I've been having fun using it as pendulums. You can sit in your car. One of the things that we have actually in our car is a citrine and a clear quartz. And because we bought a used car, it's actually helps keep the car, giving it the energy, helps keeping it glowing. If something, but we noticed, which was more important, if something was starting to go wrong with the car, we felt it before it became a big issue. So we were able to go ahead and get it done. And every time, when someone looked at it, or if I said something to him, or he just got took Grizz, because Grizz is a mechanic too, or he felt it, he would go, you know what? I'm so glad that I felt it before it got out of hand. And it was just it was simple. It was one of those things that were simple to fix, but if it would got in hand, it'll mess up the whole car. So
excellent.
hopefully, you can hang it in your car, and it'll do the same thing for you, because it has that abundance energy, and citrine gives energy. And with older cars, you need to give it as much energy as you possibly can.
Yeah, we've all been there with the old cars. So, I mean, I know I have. I don't know about everybody else, but I know I have. So, yeah, I think I got to get me about 5 of those. Because my car is like, I don't know, 2000. Yeah, from 2000. So, it needs a lot of help.
About that old. Maybe about 2002. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, they're old. All right, girl. So I think that's, oh my gosh. So I'll tell you who everybody was, and I hope that this uploads. We'll know, I guess, in a little while. But it's been fun. I mean, we always have these little glitches, but I just feel like the energy is so much more powerful when we
It
do these
is.
things live than if I do it in a video. So I'm hoping that, I'm hoping that this, that it recorded. So,
I'm hoping it is. I do know a couple of people wanted to stay private, so maybe their energy mixed in with like I really wanted to stay private. Maybe they didn't realize we wasn't going to say their names on air. So
oh, right, right. Okay, yeah, that's important to
it
people.
might have
Yeah,
been just meant for it might just been meant for a private event. But
right,
for those who missed out or those who wanted to be in it, we will do this event again next year. Not this year because we're coming to the end of the year and we all
right.
have stuff planned up to the end of the year. But next year we will do this event again. Hopefully we can bring in Marianne this time. I just love the way Marianne and Glammy works together in their readings, and I just love them working together. So hopefully next time we can bring in Marianne on this one. But for now, this event, well, the event's not over. The hangout is over because we still have the candle ceremony going, and we still have to get out the group meditation, which it should be up. I'm saying up by Sunday. Should be up by Sunday. I've tried to sit down and do meditation for the group meditation, and only thing that came out was meditations for me. So. And I'm like, wait, this ain't for the group. This is personal.
You know what? That happens to me sometimes. Like when you're trying to do a reading for someone, and
Yeah.
people in the cards, and you know that they're for yourself, so you kind of have to kind of just stop
Yeah.
and clear everything out, and then go back in and do it for them. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've tried it 3 times, and all 3 times the meditations were very personal towards me. So now I'm hoping that once the hangout is over, I can go back into meditation and pull out one that's for the whole that can resonate with the whole group. So I won't be doing that tonight because we spent enough energy tonight, and I have to go back and put more energy into the candle ceremony. So I will be going into meditation tomorrow night to pull that meditation out. And because I don't believe I have the sexiest voice, I'm going to write it down as the meditation comes, and I will have Grizz read it because his voice sounds so much better and relaxing than mine.
In your little commercial ads, I think I love your voice. I like your voice too, though. So that's a tough. I like both of them. So I think
His voice is more soothing to me. His voice is like the voice that can drift you off into
right.
the meditation, where mine is like you're still
You have
listening.
the sultry voice, the sexy voice. So, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. I had a good time, and we definitely have to do this again. So, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Okay, I'm trying to stop the broadcast. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Hold on. Not letting me disconnect.